Yeah, Father, Messiah, Holy Spirit be with us. Rough times, being refined in the fire trials. Psalms, happy is the man who has not followed the counsel of the wicked, or taken the path of sinners, or joined the company of the insolent. Rather, the teaching of our Father in heaven is his delight, and he studies that teaching day and night. He's like a tree planted beside streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, whose foliage never fades, and whatever it produces thrives. Not so the wicked. Rather, they are like chaff that wind blows away. Therefore, the wicked will not survive judgment, nor will sinners in the assembly of the righteous. For our Father in heaven cherishes the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked is doomed. Why do nations assemble and peoples plot vain things? Kings of the earth take their stand, and regents intrigue together against our Father in heaven and against his anointed. Let us break the cords of their yoke, shake off the ropes from us. He who is enthroned in heaven laughs. Our Father in heaven mocks at them, then he speaks to them in anger, terrifying them in his rage. But I have installed my king on Zion, my holy mountain. Let me tell of the decree. Our Father in heaven said to me, You are my son, I have fathered you this day. Ask it of me, and I will make the nations your domain, your estate, the limits of the earth. You can smash them with an iron mace, shatter them like potter's ware. So now, O kings, be prudent, accept discipline, you rulers of the earth. Serve our Father in heaven in awe, tremble with fright. Pay homage in good faith, lest he be angered, and your way be doomed, and in mere flash of his anger. Happy are all who take refuge in him. A psalm of David when he fled from his son Absalom. O our Father in heaven, my foes are so many. Many are those who attack me. Many say of me, there is no deliverance for him through Elohim. Selah. Facts. But you, O our Father in heaven, are a shield about me, my glory. He who holds my head high. I cry aloud to our Father in heaven, and he answers me from his holy mountain. Selah. I lie down to sleep and wake again, for our Father in heaven sustains me. I have no fear that my arrayed forces arrayed against me on every side. Rise, O our Father in heaven, deliver me, O my Elohim, for you slap all my enemies in the face. You break the teeth of the wicked. Deliverance is our Father in heavens. Your blessing be upon your people. Salah. For the leader with instrumental music, a psalm of David. Answer me when I call, O Elohim, my vindicator. You freed me from distress. Have mercy on me and hear my prayer. You men, how long will my glory be mocked? Will you love illusions, have recourse to frauds? Salah. Know that our Father in heaven singles out the faithful for himself. Our Father in heaven hears when I call to him. So tremble and sin no more. Ponder it on your bed and sigh. Offer sacrifices in righteousness and trust in our Father in heaven. Many say, Oh, for good days, bestow your favor on us. O our Father in heaven, you put joy into my heart, when the grain and wine shall increase. Safe and sound I lie down to sleep, for you alone, O our Father in heaven, keep me secure. For the leader on Nahalath, a psalm of David, give ear to my speech, O our Father in heaven, consider my utterance. We're definitely not left for dead, for those who are righteous and true will get resurrected. I just had a thought of me playing a game, Left 4 Dead, when I was younger. Ask our Father, Son, Holy Spirit to forgive us for that. It's like a zombie game, the devil making fun of us, That's really what that stuff is all about. Zombies and all that type of stuff. It's really sad for real. But he's going to give broad love for us that are true, righteous, not wicked, that are going and sinning no more, doing what we need to do each and every day. Will be rised, just reading Esther as well, speaking about how Haman, I believe his name was, tried to just kill all the Jews coming at Mordecai and them. Mordecai is the one that told him about the 2 eunuchs from the rib. King is like, what's going to get done for this man? They're like, we haven't even done nothing for him yet. He's like, what, why? And then around the same time, they're trying to kill him and hang him for no reason, because he's just hating on him, because he's not bowing down to him. No, devil, we don't bow down to you, Satan. That's also prophecy to me as well of Messiah not bowing down to the devil. No, we're not about to do that. We're not about to defile ourselves. Also, me reading Daniel, he's talking about not about to defile himself. Me bowing down to you, devil, is me defiling myself. Spiritually, I will never do that. Ever. May our Father, Messiah, Holy Spirit be with us. Heed the sound of my cry, my King and Elohim. For I pray to you, hear my voice, O our Father in heaven. At daybreak, I plead before you and wait. For you are not Elohim who desires wickedness. Evil cannot abide with you. 110 men cannot endure in your sight. You detest all evildoers. You doom those who speak lies, murderers, deceitful men. Our Father in heaven abhors. But I, through your abundant love, enter your house. I bow down in awe at your holy temple. O our Father in heaven, lead me along your righteous path. Because of my watchful foes, make your way straight before me. For there is no sincerity on their lips. Their heart is filled with malice. Their throat is an open grave. Their tongue slippery. Condemn them, O Elohim. Let them fall by their own devices. Cast them out for their many crimes, for they defy you. But let all who take refuge in you rejoice, ever jubilant as you shelter them, and let those who love your name exalt in you. For you surely bless the righteous man, O our Father in heaven, encompassing him with favor like a shield. For the leader with instrumental music on the Sheminith, a psalm of David, O our Father in heaven, do not punish me in anger, do not chastise me in fury. Have mercy on me, O our Father in heaven, for I languish, heal me. O our Father in heaven, for my bones shake with terror, my whole being is stricken with terror. Why you, our Father in heaven, oh how long? O our Father in heaven, turn, rescue me. Deliver me as befits your faithfulness. Amen. For there is no praise of you among the dead, and Sheol who can acclaim you. I am weary with groaning every night. I drench my bed. I melt my couch in tears. My eyes are wasted by vexation. Were not because of all of my foes. Away from me, all you evildoers. Yo, this is facts. For our Father in heaven heeds the sound of my weeping. Our Father in heaven heeds my plea. Our Father in heaven accepts my prayer. Amen. All my enemies will be frustrated and stricken with terror. They will turn back in an instant, frustrated. Shagayin of David, which he sang to our Father in heaven concerning Cush, a Benjamite. O our Father in heaven, my Elohim, in you I seek refuge. Deliver me from all my pursuers and save me, lest like a lion they tear me apart, rending in pieces, and no one save me. O our Father in heaven, my Elohim, if I have done such things, if my hands bear the guilt of wrongdoing, if I have dealt evil to my ally, I who rescued my foe, without reward, then let the enemy pursue and overtake me. Let him trample my life to the ground and lay my body in the dust. Salah. Rise, O our Father in heaven, in your anger. Assert yourself against the fury of my foes. Bestir yourself on my behalf. You have ordained judgment. Let the assembly of peoples gather about you. With you enthroned above on high. Our Father in heaven judges the peoples. Vindicate me, O our Father in heaven, for the righteousness and blamelessness that are mine. Let the evil of the wicked come to an end, but establish the righteous, he who probes the mind and conscience is Elohim the righteous. I look to Elohim to shield me, the deliverer of the upright. Elohim vindicates the righteous. Elohim pronounces doom each day. If one does not turn back, what's his sword? Bends his bow and aims it. Then against himself he readies deadly weapons and makes his arrows sharp. See, he actions evil, conceives mischief, and gives birth to fraud. He has dug a pit and deepened it, and will fall into the trap he made. His mischief will recoil upon his own head. His lawlessness will come down upon his skull. I will praise our Father in heaven for his righteousness, and sing a hymn to the name of our Father in heaven most high. For the leader on the 18th, a psalm of David. O our Father in heaven, how majestic is your name throughout the earth. You who have covered the heavens with your splendor. From the mouths of infants and sucklings, you have founded strength on account of your foes, to put an end to enemy and avenger. When I behold your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and stars that you set in place. What is man that you have been mindful of him? Mortal man that you have taken note of him, that you have made that you have made him little less than divine, and adorn him with glory and majesty. You have made him master over your handiwork, laying the world at his feet, sheep and oxen, all of them, and wild beasts too, the birds of the heavens, the fish of the sea, whatever travels the paths of the sea. O our Father in heaven, how majestic is your name throughout the earth. For the leader, Amoth Labin, the son of David, I will praise you, our Father in heaven. With all my heart, I will tell all your wonders. I will rejoice and exalt in you, singing a hymn to your name, O Most High. When my enemies retreat, they stumble to their doom at your presence. For you uphold my right and claim. Enthroned as righteous judge. You blast the nations, you destroy the wicked, you blot out their name forever. The enemy is no more, ruins everlasting. You have torn down their cities, their very names are lost. but our Father in heaven abides forever. He has set up his throne for judgment. It is he who judges the world with righteousness, rules the peoples with equity. Our Father in heaven is a haven for the oppressed, a haven in times of trouble. Those who know your name trust you, for you do not abandon those who turn to you. O our Father in heaven, sing a hymn to our Father in heaven, who reigns in Zion. The daughter of Zion declares deeds among the peoples, for he does not ignore the cry of the afflicted. He who requites bloodshed is mindful of them. Have mercy on me, O our Father in heaven. See my affliction at the hands of my foes, you who lift me from the gates of death, so that in the gates of fair Zion I might tell all your praise, I might exalt in your deliverance. The nations sink in the pit that they have made. Their own foot is caught in the net they have hidden. Our Father in heaven has made himself known. He works judgment. The wicked man is snared by his own devices. Hekayin. Selah, let the wicked be in Sheol, all the nations who ignore Elohim. Not always shall the needy be ignored, nor the hope of the afflicted forever lost. Rise, O our Father in heaven, let not men have power, let the nations be judged in your presence, strike fear into them. O our Father in heaven, let the nations know they are only men. Selah, I need to pray real fast. May our Father and the Son and the Spirit be with us. Why, O our Father in heaven, do you stand aloof, heedless in times of trouble, the wicked in his arrogance? Hounds the lowly, may they be caught in the schemes they devise. The wicked crows about his unbridled lust. The grasping man reviles and scorns our Father in heaven. The wicked, arrogant as he is, in all his scheming, thinks he does not call to account. Elohim does not care. His ways prosper at all times. Your judgments are far beyond him. He snorts at all his foes. He thinks I shall not be shaken. Through all time, never be in trouble. His mouth is full of oaths, deceit, and fraud. Mischief and evil are under his tongue. He lurks in outlying places. From a covert, he slays the innocent. His eyes spy out the hapless. He waits in a covert, like a lion in his lair, waits to seize the lowly. He seizes the lowly as he pulls his net shut. He stoops, he crouches, and the helpless fall prey to his might. He thinks that Elohim is not mindful. He hides his face, he never looks. Rise, O our Father in heaven. Strike at him, O Elohim. Do not forget the lowly. Why should the wicked man scorn Elohim? Thinking you do not call to account, you do look. You take note of mischief and vexation. To requite is in your power. To you the hopeless can entrust himself. You have ever been the orphan's help, or break the power of the wicked and evil man, so that when you look for his wickedness, you will find it no more. Our Father in heaven is king forever and ever. The nations will perish from his land. You will listen to the entreaty of the lowly. O our Father in heaven, you will make their hearts firm. You will incline your ear to champion the orphan and the downtrodden, that men who are of the earth tyrannize no more. May our Father and the Son and the Spirit be with us. It's beautiful. For the leader of Dawood, I love you, Father and the Son and the Spirit. This stuff is real. Amen. I just pray that you may be here for us forever and ever and ever and always. Amen. For the leader of Dawood and our Father in heaven, I take refuge. How can you say to me, take to the hills like a bird? For see the wicked bend the bow. They set their arrow on the string to shoot from the shadows at the upright. When the foundations are destroyed, what can the righteous man do? Our Father in heaven is in his holy place, is in his holy palace. Our Father in heaven, his throne is in heaven. His eyes behold his gaze, searches mankind. Our Father in heaven seeks out the righteous man, but loathes the wicked one who loves injustice. He will rain down upon the wicked blazing coals and sulfur. A scorching wind shall be their lot. For our Father in heaven is righteous. He loves righteous deeds. The upright shall behold his face. For the leader on the Shemanath, a psalm of Dawood, help, O our Father in heaven. For the faithful are no more. The loyal have vanished from among men. Men speak lies to one another. Their speech is smooth. They talk with duplicity. May our Father in heaven cut off all flattering lips, every tongue that speaks arrogance. They say by our tongues we shall prevail, with lips such as ours. Who can be our master? Because of the groans of the plundered, poor and needy, I will not add. Says our Father in heaven, I will give help. He affirms to him. The words of our Father in heaven are pure words, silver purged in an earthen crucible, refined sevenfold. You, O our Father in heaven, will keep them, guarding each from this age. Evermore on every side the wicked roam, when baseness is exalted among men. For the leader, a psalm of Dawood, how long, O our Father in heaven, will you ignore me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long will I have cares in my mind, grief in my heart all day? How long will my enemy have the upper hand? Look at me, answer me, O our Father in heaven, my Elohim. Restore the luster to my eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. Lest my enemies say I have overcome him. My foes exalt when I totter. But I trust in your faithfulness. My heart will exalt in your deliverance. I will sing to our Father in heaven, for he has been good to me. Yo, this is facts, bro. the leader of thy way. Amen. The benighted man thinks Elohim does not care. Man's deeds are corrupt and loathsome. No one does good. Our Father never looks down from heaven on mankind to find a man of understanding, a man mindful of Elohim. All have turned bad, altogether foul. There is none who does good, not even one. Are they so witless? All those evildoers who devour my people as they devour food, and do not invoke our Father in heaven, there they will be seized with fright. For Elohim is present in the circle of the righteous. You may set at naught the counsel of the lowly, but our Father in heaven is his refuge. Oh, that the deliverance of Israel might come from Zion, when our Father in heaven restores the fortunes of his people. Jacob will exalt, Israel will rejoice. I may have time for one more before my time runs out on my phone. A psalm, because I don't have that much space, sadly. A psalm of David, our Father in heaven, who may sojourn in your tent, who may dwell on your holy mountain. He who lives without blame, who does what is right, and in his heart acknowledges the truth, whose tongue is not given to evil, who has never done harm to his fellow, or borne reproach for his acts toward his neighbor, for whom a contemptible man is abhorrent, but who honors those who fear our Father in heaven, who stands by his oath, even to his hurt, who has never lent money at interest or accepted a bribe against the innocent, the man who acts that shall never be shaken. Amen. Amidst a team of thy will, protect me, O Elohim, for I seek refuge in you. I say to our Father in heaven, you are my Father in heaven, my benefactor. There is none above you. As to the holy and mighty ones that are in the land, my whole desire concerning them is that those who espouse another Elohim may have many sorrows. I will have no part of their bloody libations. Their names will not pass my lips. Our Father in heaven is my allotted share and portion. You control my fate. Delightful country has fallen to my lot. Lovely indeed is my estate. I bless our Father in heaven who has guided me. My conscience admonishes me at night. I'm ever mindful of our Father in heaven's presence. He is at my right hand. I shall never be shaken, so my heart rejoices, my whole being exalts, and my body rests secure. For you will not abandon me to Sheol, unless your faithful one see the pit. You will teach me the path of life. In your presence is perfect joy. Delights are ever in your right hand. Prayer of David. Hear, O our Father in heaven, what is just. Heed my cry, give ear to my prayer. Uttered without God, my vindication will come from you. Your eyes will behold what is right. You have visited me at night, probed my mind. You have tested me and found nothing amiss. I determined that my mouth should not transgress. As for man's dealings, in accord with the command of your lips, I have kept in view the fate of the lawless. My feet have held to your paths. My legs have not given way. I call on you. You will answer me. Elohim, turn your ear to me. Hear what I say. Display your faithfulness and wondrous deeds. You deliver with your right hand those who seek refuge from assailants. Guard me like the apple of your eye. Hide me in the shadow of your wings from the wicked who despoil me. My mortal enemies who encircle me. Their hearts are closed to pity. They mouth arrogance. Now they hem and our feet on every side. They set their eyes roaming over the land. He is like a lion eager for prey, a king of beasts lying in wait. Rise, O our Father in heaven, go forth to beat them, bring them down. Rescue me from the wicked with your sword, from men, O our Father in heaven, with your hand, from men whose share in life is fleeting. But as to your treasure ones, fill their bellies. Their sons too shall be satisfied, and have something to leave over for their young. Then I justify will behold your face. Awake, I am filled with the vision of you.